Most extension cords are just a tangled mess waiting to happen, especially when you are trying to run a shop. You have probably spent more time untying knots than actually getting work done. That is where this retractable unit from DEWENWILS changes the pace. It is not just another plastic reel. It is built with 10-gauge wire, which is a big deal if you are running power-hungry tools like a table saw or a heavy-duty planer. Most standard cords will start to heat up or drop voltage when you push them, but this thing is rated for 20 amps, so it handles that load without breaking a sweat. What really stands out is the build quality. It feels substantial, not like those flimsy reels that crack if you bump them with a piece of lumber. The housing is made of a tough polycarbonate that seems like it can take a few accidental hits in a busy garage. Mounting it is straightforward, and that 180-degree swivel bracket is a lifesaver. It lets the cord follow you around the room instead of fighting against the wall mount, which makes a massive difference when you are moving between a workbench and a vehicle. The retraction mechanism is surprisingly smooth. You know how some of these things snap back like a rubber band or get stuck halfway? This one has a guided system that keeps the cord laying flat as it winds up. It is satisfyingly quiet too. You can lock it at whatever length you need, and the stopper is oversized, so it is easy to grab even if your hands are covered in sawdust or grease. Having 4 outlets right at the end of the line is a nice touch, especially since it accepts both 15 and 20 amp plugs. It basically turns one wall outlet into a full-blown power station. Now, it is not perfect. Because it is a 10-gauge cable, the cord itself is pretty thick and heavy. It is not the kind of thing you want to be dragging across a long driveway every single day, and the unit itself has some weight to it, so make sure you are mounting it into a solid stud or a ceiling joist. You definitely do not want to trust this to just drywall anchors. Also, while the weather-resistant coating is great for outdoor use, the sheer bulk of the cable makes it a bit stiff when the temperature drops near freezing. It is manageable, but you will notice the difference compared to a lighter-duty cord. Safety-wise, having that 20-amp circuit breaker built right into the side is a smart move. If you accidentally overload the circuit, it trips right there at the reel instead of making you walk all the way to the main breaker panel in the house. It is one of those small details that shows someone actually thought about how people work in a real shop. If you are tired of tripping over cords or spending 10 minutes winding them up by hand, this is a solid, professional-grade upgrade that makes the workspace feel a lot more organized. It is a bit of an investment, but for the peace of mind and the sheer convenience, it is hard to argue with the results.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.